Hello and welcome back to GT Retro World. Well, today I finally dragged this radio from underneath the desk where it's been lying there since the middle of last year, and that's when I picked it up actually with a bunch of other radios off a guy over York way. You've probably seen this anyway briefly on a previous video with the bundle. Anyway, it's the Westward PT2 and it was built by Westward Electronics from Devon. It was available, well, should I say, I'm not sure if this one was available then, but the Westward PT was available in November 1982. Now, as you can see, this is the PT2. So I don't know what the difference between the PT and the PT2 is. Anyway, I've got the PT2. They'll both look the same to me, but again, I'm not too sure. Anyway, this is basically a portable radio, or portable CB radio, 40 channels. As far as I'm aware, it's got a Maxcom foil case in it. Again, we'll have a look at that when I pop the lid shortly. It has an internal rechargeable battery and it claims to work up to 3 working days on high power on a full charge, which is bizarre. It's got an internal 13.8 regulated mains power supply and obviously a charger in there, which is apparently charge the battery in 5 hours. And if you're going to get 3 days out of it, so it claims, that's not so bad, is it? It's 4 watts obviously because it's a UK rig. I actually had this on the meeting. It was doing over 4. It was doing about 4.5. It was a little bit more. So it's, you know, it's got plenty of go in that. Whether it's being fiddled with, I don't know. So we'll have a look at that later. As I say, it was available from 1982. The magazines where I've seen the PT2 is around about spring of 83. So like I say, I'm not too sure what the difference between these two radios are. Anyway, as you can see, it's got your volume, it's got your squelch, channel changer, high and low power, display on and off. Obviously save a bit of juice. Your mains and your battery. Obviously the battery's flat. That's the charger. If I flick the charger down, obviously it'll fire that back up because it's running through the battery. But the batteries will be shot. You know, I mean, I have no idea how old the battery is, but it's going to be old. Yeah, so that's the charger on. SO239 on the front, which is probably quite handy. I think these come with a rubber duck as standard. Obviously that's long gone, so is the microphone, the original microphone anyway. Fuse holder on the front. Looks like that's been out a few times, isn't it? But there you go. PA socket on the front, so obviously that's been rerouted from the back of the radio, as has the external speaker. That's been dragged around from the rear of the radio, which, I mean, you may as well have put it on the back of the radio. I think it's a bit daft, but I suppose it busies the front of it a little bit more, doesn't it? Gives it a bit more of a look, eh? Yeah. But anyway, there's a look around the front of it. Yeah, so it come with a quick release car mount, which went on the side of here. Obviously it's not with it anymore. I'm not sure about the lids, but the whole chassis, as it were, is stainless steel. Even the front panel and the carry handle, that's stainless steel. Little mic holder there, again that looks original. 12 volt socket there to power the radio up. Obviously that's probably for mobile or thereabouts. IEC socket there, as you can see, guys. That's a bit substantial, isn't it, for one of these? That's obviously for mains and charging. I'll tell you what, we'll unplug that in a second. I'll show you on the rear. The rear, there's nothing on there at all, apart from a serial number that's etched into there. And that's the other side of it. That's the bottom of it. I can actually see the bottom of the radio in there. I think the lids are on the radio. Yeah, the lids must be on the radio inside. That's the bottom of the rig, isn't it? Yeah, so I think it is going to be a Maxcom foil, but we will check in a second anyway. So that's down the side of it. And these were, in 1983, £129.95. And security card delivery was £9.20. They didn't come with a case as standard, but there was a case, and it's quoted as a craftsman's made leather case, and it was £25.30. The magnetic mount for rubber duck antenna was £7.94, and there was various other accessories that you could have fitted. I have no idea what those were, but as I say, that's what you got. It come complete with a rubber duck antenna, the battery pack, shoulder strap, mains and 12 volt power leads. So yeah, you got the knee of the whole package. I mean, this was a bit extravagant, wasn't it, really, for the 80s, for that price, for a 40 channel radio. In fact, it was that was well over the top, wasn't it? Another thing as well, I don't know if I've mentioned this, I had it on the scales. It weighs 4.94 kilos, so it's just short of 5 kilos, this thing. This is why it's on the desk today. I'm not old enough forever. It's just a waste of time. It weighs a ton. I am going to try this though up the top with the rest of them. But if you look at this, I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it, when you think about it? You've got the PT2 there, and you've got the same configuration in this TX, the same thing, which is absolutely crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? yeah, how things have moved on. Saying that, the Harvard 410, that was only small, but really, wasn't it, in comparison to this? But having that big battery inside, I suppose, yeah, extravagant. But anyway, let's have a look what's inside of this Westward and see what Saucy Nancy was all about. And that was a quote. Saucy Nancy does it anywhere with the Westward PT, bizarrely enough. Right guys, there's the lid off. I think the top and bottom's pressed steel by the looks of it. Obviously the whole perimeter and the back and the front is stainless, but looking at that, it's just pressed steel on the top. And obviously wrapped in vinyl. So anyway, that's the lid off. Battery wise, that looks more like a battery from like an alarm type of thing. I'm looking at it. If it is, I've fitted plenty of them in the past, like it is. It's a Uasa alarm battery. 12 volt 2.6. Now the latest ones of these are 2.8, but I'm sure it's about the same size. I'll unplug this anyway, because to be honest, we don't want these leaving in here. There's no way that'd be shot. Absolutely, it's as old as the hills, isn't it? And if like I say, I'm fairly certain these are still available, because I only fitted one of these a couple of years ago to a neighbour's alarm, and they're probably not even 20 quid, hopefully. So that's, yeah, that'll be shot, so we'll put it out the way for now. So let's have a look at what they've done here. Yeah, I don't know whether that's original, maybe it is. Just somewhere for the battery to sit. So we have a toroidal power supply, which is nice. That keeps things nice and quiet. Switches down there. Rectifier, that looks like a 3 ampere. If KB PC 102, I'm sure that's 3 amps. Let's have a look what we've got going on down here. Yeah, that's a switch for the charger. Let's have a look there. We've actually got 2 internal fuses in here, as well as the external one. Obviously one's for the radio, one's for the 12 volt coming in. So basically they brought a PL259 out the back of here, like a patch lead, out the back of the radio. Brought it around straight into the front panel of here. That's crazy. So basically they've dropped a radio in here, just a whole CB radio, and I can just to say C down the bottom of there, the actual, see if we can see what we've got going on here. Let's have a little look. Oh my god, now apparently these are meant to be a Maxcom 4E. This is a Colt 295A and it's a March 1982. So it's a Colt 295A. It sounds better actually a Colt, doesn't it, than a Maxcom, but it doesn't really matter, they're both the same radio anyway. Yeah, they've just dropped a whole radio in here. Bypassed obviously the PA and the extension speaker, as you can see there guys. Completely anyway. Yeah, I'm just looking at this little area here. This looks to me like the regulator package. Obviously that's a capacitor. I'm not too sure, like I say, there's some type of regulator package there. I should snip that off really and have a little look. Tell you what, let's have a little look. It looks a bit melted anyway, that's so I'm going to have a little check. Soon put them back on. Oh dear. Oh, look at that. Dear me. Wow. That is bizarre. Like I say, that transistor there, I can just see a small cap just peeking through there. Can you see that there, guys? Just tiny. How weird is that? So that's a regulator package of sorts. That is bizarre. That is crazy. I don't like the look of that. And I bet that cap's knackered. It might not be. I'll check them anyway. It feels like cattle like that. Yeah, I'm not keen on that. That might want to bring it into the future a bit more. You know, I'm not. It's going to take much to create a new regulator on the back of there, or something a bit tidier anyway. Yeah, we'll check that out. I don't like the look of that. I think it looks crap. Anyway, that's about it really. It was just the first little look of it. Yeah, it's good and bad to be honest. Some great points in here, you know, there's plenty of space to work with. Yeah, this regulation needs sorting out. Absolutely. But we'll get back to that in the future, without a doubt. I'm not too keen on that at all. It's not so saucy, that is it, Nancy? I feel like taking that to bits and see what's in there, do you know what I mean? But it means pulling all that resin apart, and that resin's rock hard. Yeah, it's rock hard, that. Yeah, I think I'll have to override that. I don't like the look of that at all. God knows why. Can you see there, guys? Just near this transistor. That's a cap in there, look. It's like all like, it's like as if it's burnt through. That is weird. Anyway, guys, just a short one for the weekend. Just a little look at something that I've been meaning to look at for a while now. Yeah, I'm a bit shocked, impressed, surprised and horrified all in one. What can I say? It does work. Anyway, it's a Colt 295. The whole radio's put in there, bar in the front. The front's been removed. And yeah, that's why we've got silver knobs on the front, isn't it? It is definitely a Colt 295. I don't know why they talk about a Maxcom 4E. Although they're the same radio, it's not the same radio, is it? Not when it's got the actual plate on the back of there stating Colt 295A. Yeah. What a way to go, eh? Yeah, so basically they've just bought a Japanese radio and shoved it in the bottom of there, haven't they? Oh well. Anyway, guys, that's it. Enough of me wobbling on. I could sit and talk all day about this thing. I'm a bit surprised, like I say, surprised, shocked and horrified. I suppose, looking at it in its day, if the radio, what were these, 50, 60 quid? The battery, the power supply, and someone needs a wage, don't they, I suppose? Maybe it's 129 was a good price. I don't know, to be honest. Like I say, there's a lot of engineering in this, like. Some of it's a bit left to be desired, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I don't like I say, that regulation pack there is weird. Absolutely. Whether that's original or not, I don't know, but it looks to be like it was. Looking at these tyre wraps, like, it all looks to be genuine. I think I've just split them tyre wraps for the first time in 40 years. But anyway, we'll have another look at this. But I think I might just replace that, you know, with something a bit more modern for the time it'll take to knock up. Check that cap. If that cap's not, I could just replace that. But yeah, I'm not liking the look of that. Anyway, guys, that's enough of me waffling on. If you enjoy what you see, thumbs up for the channel wouldn't go amiss, and a subscribe would help the channel greatly. And we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully we'll be getting warmer shortly, so we'll be getting out. That's what I'm looking forward to this year, getting out, getting some good video out and about, whether it be out and about in the garden with antennas and various other bits and bobs. But I thought, while this was under the desk under me feet, I'd get it out. I've just opened up another can of worms here, haven't I? Anyway, guys, thanks for viewing. Catch you in the next one.